Okay, this is what I've received now, and I'm going to open it. By the way, if you're asking what is this, this is the boyfriend of the President of the United States of America. They're very friends together. He called him a great leader. So whatever happens next, remember this guy was called by the biggest democracy in the world as a great leader. So I hope the next day they will not change their mind and twisting all the propaganda media, send him the bulletin. Oh, call him a dictator. Okay, remember, he was a great leader for President of the United States. And everybody followed on that. Surprisingly in Britain also. Okie doke. Let's see. What is this? Looks like a pillow. Let me open it. Japanese pillow. Rolling, 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 rolling. Oh, another. Another layer. Let me see. Oh, and what we have here is a Canon lens. This is a zoom lens, 75 to 300 millimeter. I wanted to use it for taking pictures of the wide-angle pictures of the sky. Without using the telescope. So hopefully this will make it possible. And this is the lens. I must say that it easily gets fogged. The fog forms on the lens in here and back. I think I read somewhere also that somebody told this easily gets fogged. And probably I have to use a lens cap or lens shade kind of thing. We will see. That is the way that the lens looks when it is extended. It extends from 75 equal to 75 millimeter to 300 millimeter in the normal old style films, as they say. And we will see if it works on my Canon EOS 100D. Okay, this is my Canon EOS 100D, which is astromodified. I removed this normal lens and put this one on it. And that's the way the photograph looks at the 75 millimeter zoom, the minimum, and the same scene at the 300 millimeter. This is how the scene looks at the 75 millimeter, and this is how it looks at the 300 millimeter. As you can see, it is now using flash. I put it on automatic and it went on the flash. So you see a little bit exaggerated colors. And of course this is a astro-modified camera, as the label suggests. So the infrared filter is removed. Of course this is the same scene with the flash disabled. So far so good. The camera works really good, at least in the daylight. I will try it on the night subject. I want to have the vast expanse of the Orion Nebula and Sword of the Orion and 3 stars of the belt. To show you the difference the zoom makes, I've taken this shot. At the bottom of the image, the lower part, you see a tiny bottle, or bottle, kind of plastic bottle. And now in the next shot I'll show you that bottle again. Okay, this is the 75mm zoom, the lowest for this camera. In the next one you see the 300mm. As you can see, I've zoomed on 300mm on the bottle, and you can see the bottle is a bottle of milk bottle, and brambles and privet, the plant that anyway the silkworm likes to eat, and is evergreen. And you see that the zoom, I go back again to show you, the bottle is at the lower part, and I go now to the back to the zoom. That is 300. You can see that. I've changed the lens to a 24mm. It's relatively wide angle lens. It's not original. It's a Sigma. It's not original, so I have to use a Canon adapter to attach a T adapter, and it doesn't work with the autofocus. So I'm just going to take a picture, focus it, and show you. This is a wide angle. Can you see the bottle? It's near the junction of the grass and the soil and the trees. I will try to zoom in it by digitally zooming. Okay, it is there. You can see it there. Blue cap with the thing. You can see in the tiny square here. The tiny square in the middle of that biggest square is the amount of the zoom that it shows, the amount of the area that I've zoomed in, and the bigger grayish square rectangle shows that how much wide was the original picture. I'll go back again, let you see. So that is the original picture again with the 24mm lens. So this lens is really good. This gives me a chance. It's practically like a telescope. Gives me a chance to use a wide-angle lens, zoom lens at the same time, more wide-angle than any telescope that I have. This is equal to, let me tell you, this is practically equal to 5.6 f number, f ratio. So quite wide-angle. And yeah, hopefully we will see what we can do with this lens. I will try it in different conditions and different light, and show you the results hopefully. Okay, I'm now taking pictures with the Canon zoom lens. This is with the mobile phone I'm showing you, and I have used the Canon just to take the picture, and I think that's actually not bad. So this is the moon that I have now in the viewfinder. I'm going to press the button. Wait to see. Okay, that picture. Can zoom now into it. This one is a bit overexposed, I can see. Okay, now I have what I want actually. Okay, this is 75mm now setting. I can get a very wide angle view. It's good for deep sky objects like the nebulas, Orion Nebula, Belt of Orion, the Barnard Loop, and such things. So I'm really happy with this. I will use the lens for this. If it is clear tonight, probably take some photos. As you can see, I have brought down the aperture setting to 5.6, the f ratio, and I could actually record the Earthshine. And you see the branches of trees, of course, in the shadow dark area. and ISO is 400. I've now increased the ISO, and you can actually, it's ISO 800. You can see the details of Maui in the dark side, in the Earthshine. Now ISO is 1600. I'm really pleased with this image. It shows really good details in the Earthshine part. These are the areas that the Earth is shining on the moon and giving it a lovely glow. And now look, I've done the beautiful. This is 3200 ISO. And you can see lovely details in the dark side of the moon where the Earthshine is visible. Here you can see some astrophotographs that I've taken with this camera. The zoom lens gives a really wide angle compared to a telescope. So please look at the pictures of the M42 that I've taken. These are with different times and different ISOs sensitivity. And these are some of the photos I was able to take from the bedroom. I just put a tripod there and took the picture. This is the head of the comet. The details invisible in this is amazing. And you can see more details when in this video you see it a little bit overexposed, but in the actual photograph they're really nice and visible. Beautiful, beautiful comet. Just from the window of my bedroom, of our bedroom. 6,000 years later, probably we will see this again. And this is the comet again from ISO, a little bit different, and the exposure 1 second. And a little bit more structure in the head and some parts of the tail.